So I'm going to tell you guys a story time about when I got kidnapped in Nigeria. And Akin doesn't want me to tell the story, but I'm just going to tell the story anyway about the time I got kidnapped in Nigeria. So when I was a kid, I'm only smiling because Akin doesn't want me to tell the story, but I'm going to tell the story. So when I was a kid living in Nigeria, right, I was around the age of 5 or 6 years old, and I could feel his eyes piercing through me because he doesn't want me to tell the story, but I'm going to tell the story regardless. When I was a kid, about 5 or 6 years old, I used to live with my grandma in Nigeria. So there was one day whereby, you know, some random people came to our house just to say hi to my grandma. Then they came with like food. They came with bread, fruits, and, you know, juice and everything, right? My grandma was like, oh, who are you guys? Like, who sent you guys? Why have you come with gifts? Then they said apparently a family member heard that I had, you know, moved to Nigeria at the time, you know, to come and live in the country, and that they basically sent the gifts through them to come and give it to my grandma for me. They said that they wanted to basically go leave and then come back, and then my grandma had to go as well. I can't remember, that part of the story is a bit foggy. I can't remember what happened in that situation. But basically, in that case, like, yes, we all had to basically leave the house at the same time. One of the guys said, oh, you know, that can we take Toby to the shop just to buy him a sweet, if they don't mind? And my grandma was like, yeah, of course, I don't mind you guys taking him to the shop to buy him a sweet. So then they took me to the shop now. And I remember we got into a car, right? But when we got into the car, like, it was going further away from the shop, because the shop that we're near our house is literally just around the corner, like literally maximum 2 minutes walk from my house. You know, that's how I ended up in somebody's house. I was kidnapped with these random people. Yeah, they didn't know who I was. Your energy is really your energy is not encouraging me to tell the story. I know you don't want me to tell this story, but can you let me finish my story? Anyway, so then after I got kidnapped, I was in these people's houses. Then they blindfolded me, right? And then took me. No, stay. Don't leave. You're part of the story. No, stay. Stay. Don't leave. Stay. No, because you know what happened to me. So I need you to be here as evidence to corroborate this story. Joe, sit down. As I was saying, sit back. Sit back. You can leave it in a few minutes. So they blindfolded me, right? And then I couldn't see where I was. The next thing, I'm hearing like sharp sounds and sharp clink, 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 clink sounds, right? And obviously I'm a kid, I didn't know what was going on, but I'm hearing like sharpening of knives and sharpening this and sharpening that. But I just remember hearing like, oh, if you want the child back, you need to wire a sum of 1.5 million naira, which at the time was a lot of money. I just kept hearing 1.5. Isn't this true? So they needed 1.5 million naira, and they kept saying this. So then I put my grandma, her voice on loudspeaker, and I can hear my grandma, like, you know, quite upset. She was like, oh, bring him back. I'm still waiting for the sweets, to be honest. So then out of nowhere, I now heard another child like come into, like, I heard like little footsteps as well, right? And then to my surprise, I can hear Akin next to me. I know you don't want us to tell this story. I know you don't want me to tell this story because it's very personal to us, but I have to tell them this story. Anyway, so then to my surprise, please don't look at me because it's not encouraging me to finish the story. I know it's an experience you don't want us to relive, but I'm talking about it. So then to my surprise, I then hear and see Akin next to me. So I'm thinking Akin's going to get sweets too, or they already gave him his sweets. Then Aki started crying, and out of nowhere they slapped him in the face. I would have slapped him too, to be honest. So they slapped him in the face. No, stay. But do you not remember when they slapped you? Do you not remember when they slapped? Speaking English. We don't have to decode the Yoruba people watching this. I'm not saying lie. How is it a lie? This is what happened to us. Anyway, please just be quiet. Let me tell the story. So please.
If you want to lie to online people, lie the lie that makes sense. Because if you were 5, that wasn't born.
But it's not a lie, Akin. This is what happened.
It took me from my mom's womb.
I'm trying to tell what happened and you're saying that I'm lying. Maybe I got the age wrong. Maybe I wasn't 5 or 6. I must have been maybe 8 or 9. I can't remember now. I was probably 8 or 9. Still didn't give us no sweets. They put us back in the van and then they dropped us off to some random bush in Agbawa. Do you remember the bush in Agbawa? Anyway, please, let me finish the story. Agbawa is a village in Nigeria. So they dropped us off in some random bush in Agbawa. Is there anything else that I've left out the story that I can't remember?
Yeah, the one that has your memory is sharp.
Yeah. So when they put us both in the bush in Agbawa, finish the story. Finish the story and tell the people what happened.
I was in my mom's womb, so I have no recollection.
Give me the mic. Give me that mic.
Tommy's World. That's crazy.